Very nice to meet you. Yeah, good to
Connect. Well, I saw that you had looks like pretty recently booked in this time here to chat about copywriting. Does that
Yeah,
sound about right?
yeah, it was just yesterday.
honestly. I think I found it on Instagram with Sarah's post, and it seemed interesting. I just wanted to kind of learn some more about it. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Definitely stoked to dive in with you. I guess just curious though, what was it that really resonated for you?
Well, obviously,
The freelance aspect of it, there seems to be a lot of freedom once you kind of get going. That's something that's very appealing to me, honestly. I've just been working a lot of sort of dead end, not very satisfying jobs over the last decade or so. And I've always been a very strong writer, both creatively, academically. I know in the presentation that she kind of emphasizes that, if you were kind of on a certain way of writing, that's not really how it's done, which is totally fine. I feel like I'm a better creative writer as it is anyway. I just figure that's a skill set that I really have not been utilizing as much, and I think I should be because I'm good at it. Okay. That's cool, man.
The writing's been pretty natural for you. Was that just like in college where you wrote a lot, or is that in high school?
honestly, ever since
Since I was a kid, that was my strongest thing. I mean, I've never been a math and science guy. That's what I always struggled with. Anything where I was ever commended on by teachers, it was always I was a very strong writer. And I actually studied film and screenwriting was kind of like the emphasis. So I really haven't done too much with that since graduating, but it's definitely one of my stronger skills for sure.
100%, man. That's awesome. Love to hear that. And yeah, I mean, just to give you a little context, these first calls, what I find pretty helpful, just learn a little bit more about like your current situation as well as your goals, like what you're actually looking to achieve from this, just to see if we can help get you there. And if it feels like it makes sense, we can go over next steps. And if not, like I can at least get you some guidance, like point you in the right direction, like whatever's kind of most helpful. Does that sound good?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess just as far as work, what is it that you're typically doing for work now?
So I just left a job. It was actually I live in the like Los Angeles area, and so it was a like a weed delivery gig, like a mobile bud tender, and it was a chill gig for a while. But obviously, I'm not looking for gig work really anymore. I'm looking for something that's a lot more sustainable and frankly more gratifying. And I actually want to do something that is helping people, something that I feel like matters, and not just doing something to just like get by.
How long were you doing that for? Like that kind of work?
Gig was
just under 2 years, and I left it in like the last month. So,
and you quit, you walked out, you said, like, what was the line in the sand, man? Like what really made you?
The drivers were actually pushing for a union, status thing, and the company was just retaliating hard, honestly, and they were instituting all these new rules. And I was just like, you know what, man, it's just not worth it anymore. And also just the way gas prices are now.
Okay. Whole other story, but they were open
to, they frankly are open to a class action lawsuit.
Okay.
Just in the way that they were kind of like
underpaying.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like college compensation. So it was
just, it almost wasn't paying to even work there anymore, honestly. So, no, not at all. And so thankfully, I've got some savings I've kind of been coasting on for a bit that, will keep me okay for a little bit, but it's certainly not going to be for
a long while.
Yeah, because LA is not cheap. How much runway do you feel like you have, just like time wise?
Probably 4 or 5 months, honestly, before I really got to start doing some desperate moves.
Okay. Gotcha, man. Well, kudos to you for booking a call then, taking steps towards like making a change and finding something more gratifying. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people just kind of give up at some point and decide, I'm just going to settle, and that takes courage to find something new and to use that creativity. So I just want to acknowledge that. I think that's huge, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just
scary, but I feel like
getting out of your comfort zone is where the real growth happens, and I feel like I've been kind of sitting back in that for too long. So
I'm under no impression
that this is like an easy
thing,
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just like anything worth having is going to be effort and dedication, energy, commitment, all of it. But it's also very doable, right?
For sure.
It's very, very, very doable. I mean, especially with a writing background like you already have. I guess like that comfort zone, what do you feel like kind of kept you in the comfort zone though? Like what held you from kind of stepping maybe out of that in the past?
It's an interesting question.
I never really thought about it. I think part of it is, one reason that I'm here is I have a lot of other kind of creative endeavors that I do. I work in music. I've toured with bands. I've actually been trying to get
a freelance mixing kind of like.
That's the side hustle going. That itself has been a struggle. And frankly, I think a lot of the things I would learn in this course are completely applicable to the freelance world.
In that as well, So a lot of like creative things that frankly I thought at this point maybe would have paid off a little bit more. And so I think, just thinking, oh, well, I can just work these restaurant gigs or whatever, and, it'll pay off at some point. And I'm by no means giving up on doing that stuff, but I'm also realizing that I just need something more secure. And, obviously I like the prospect of not having to work a full 40 hours.
Yeah, for somebody else.
At least a
good living,
Yeah. And frankly, I mean, in this program,
like it's totally awesome that people are making 100K, whatever, but my goals are actually a bit less, at least to start off, and I think that's
just more attainable.
Just for myself as someone.
How much do you really want to make, man? Like, what's the goal?
I mean, honestly,
starting off, if I can even bring in just like 3K a month, 4K a month,
like that'd be awesome, and then just go from there. I'm not for 10.
Yeah, that's cool for sure. I see what you mean. Would that replace what you were doing before with the bud tender work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at best with the bud tender work, it was maybe $3,500 a month.
Okay, so like on a good month.
Yeah. So that was like a good month. So I mean, honestly, like. Great World would be like 5K, but even starting off, if I could do 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, dude, 4 is like super doable. Just like numbers wise, like if that, let's see, that would be 4 is like 1,000 a week, right? So that's like $200 a day if you work 5 days a week. That's to do 200 a day as a copywriter. I'd be like writing a single blog article per day.
Yeah. And I'm always working 7 days a week if it's something that I'm doing from
or you can work longer hours one day, and like it doesn't really matter when, because it's like you're getting paid per piece of writing, not for your time,
right?
Or per project or per sales page, whatever it is. So like, I mean, you get 2 or 3 clients who want to have you do a couple of blog articles per month, 7 blog articles a month for them. Like you could replace that quite quickly at that pace.
Sure.
Like time wise, you'd probably be working like I'd say 20 hours a week, like flexible.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So like you'd be controlling that I don't really care. Like as long as it gets done before deadlines, no one gives a shit. Right.
Yeah.
How does that feel on your end though? Just checking in.
That feels great, honestly. I mean, not having to like clock in somewhere, and especially like, commute, especially with LA, it's like, you never know where you're going to be working if you apply for something. And like I said, like gas is crazy now, and so, even working more hours if I can do it from home.
Yeah, wherever you want, dude. It's totally.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I mean, that's the ideal situation, frankly.
Okay. So let's say we come in, right, and we get you the skills, we get you the training, everything you need, get you to at least that 3-4K per month, just as like a starting point.
Yeah.
You being at like 4K a month, but like cutting the hours in half. Like, how are things going to be different for you? Like, what would that do for Ben?
It will just give me so
much more freedom to pursue these other things that I, like moved here for, in regards to, I mean, I also do voiceover stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
As I said, music, playing with bands, trying to work with bands as like a producer. And so all itself is very time consuming. I've invested a lot of money and time into, skills with that.
School and whatnot, and so working all these other jobs,
it really hasn't given me the proper time to really hunker down and work on that. So,
I see.
So having more,
my thought process, yesterday as I was going through the master class and kind of researching it was, I'm down to put in a lot of work and hours to get this going. And then
best case.
once I'm comfortable with it and I have money coming in, having that freedom is only going to open up
more doors. So you feel like when you're in those 9 to 5s, you just weren't able to like put the time and energy as much as you'd like into like the creative endeavors? Like
absolutely. Yeah.
Dang, dude. And I mean, like, how does that actually make you feel knowing that you weren't really able to do that? Like that's when you actually went out there to do, like, that's why
horrible.
Okay.
Like the worst ever.
Dang. Okay. So like the flip side of that then is like, you actually get the skills, right? You're able to start creating a little more flexibility around your calendar and control that. Like, how would that make you feel knowing that you're on the other side of this and like you're at least having that freedom for once and for all?
Incredible,
And then just having the self-worth thing has also been a big part of it, because I feel like, I'm not a dumb guy by any stretch of the matter, but, I graduated school with a BA in film. So it's like, not many people are looking for, no one cares,
So it was just kind of right into some
kind of, restaurant trade or, driving for someone or, doing something like that. And,
that's really interesting.
At this point, I feel like
I would have to be playing a lot of catch up to even get some entry-level position at something that pays, relatively well. And it's not just like a service gig. I don't mean this and that, like I'm not serving people. Obviously with this, it is serving people. But I mean, doing like a restaurant gig or like
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So you mentioned something really interesting there, which is like part of it is like it seems like you've had this creative aspect of you, but then making it actually your living, like that's been kind of a challenge. So I guess for you to know that like the BA didn't go to waste and that you're actually using those creative skills besides the money, because everyone wants more money.
Sure.
Right. Like no one ever said like, no, like, what would that mean for you though, to actually be able to use those skills as your source of income, have that be part of your identity, like that's part of like you're leveraging that rather than it just going to, I don't want to say waste, but like going to the side.
Yeah. Well, like I
kind of said a second ago, it definitely helps with like the whole self-worth thing. And I do feel like there's been this kind of blockage of, I know that I have skills to offer and they come from a very
creative
place. I feel like that's who I am, just in that's what I offer to any team or whatever.
And so
I feel like getting through that, who knows? I feel like the options are endless, I mean, I think it's just getting over that hurdle of like, oh no, I actually can provide work not only to other people, but then find that in myself and be secure and have time and all those things. I mean, that's kind of what
I've always dreamed of.
I've always just dreamed of being able to support not only myself, but eventually, family, just being creative,
Sounds like N 2.0.
Exactly.
Like stepping into that 2.0 version of yourself now. And I think that the interesting piece, what you mentioned earlier in the conversation, is just about like, sometimes there are those nerves and there are those fears of doing something new. It's kind of like anytime you approach change, it's normal to have that. Like, I remember getting into this and it's freaky, dude. Like doing anything new, investing in yourself, backing yourself, it's scary.
Totally.
Right. But I guess the question is, do you feel like now is the time to really draw a line in the sand and commit to stepping into Ben 2.0?
Yeah, because
I moved here in 2016 and obviously had sort of a vision of what I wanted to achieve by a certain time. And everyone's path is different. You can't compare yours to others. But time has gone by. And I feel like
for whatever reason, it's just moving fast.
And I just want to get ahead of that curve, and I don't want to look at myself 5 or 10 years from now and thinking, I should have made the move sooner.
Yeah.
I want to be comfortable.
And again, I'm not someone who's looking at the money right now. I have to make this much and this much. I'm not,
Man, it's the freedom. Your values are different. It's about the freedom and flexibility first. It sounds like for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's great. But like the other side of this is if you didn't step through the fear or the discomfort, right? And actually start taking those steps, and we were 5 years from now, and you look back and you saw that you hadn't ever made the change, how would that make you feel knowing that you let the fear hold you back?
Oh, terrible.
I know no one wants to, but like, that's the real truth.
It's the hard truth.
Yeah.
And the question becomes is that something you're willing to allow?
Yeah. And the answer is no.
Why not?
even just getting little tastes and kind of glimpses of what that would feel like is enough to make me want to take big steps to avoid it.
Yeah, that's really important, man, because like as humans, we're actually way more motivated by what we don't want than what we do want. Because if the vision at the end of the tunnel of where we're going was enough motivation, we'd already be there. Yeah. Sometimes we need a hungry lion behind us fucking chasing us to actually move, to really step into our greatness. Sometimes there's got to be both, So it sounds like for you, you're not the kind of guy who's willing to settle for staying in that status quo and just wondering what if. Like, that's not okay. Not at all. And I feel like me leaving this job,
it was just like, I don't know. I feel
like it's a window
of opportunity. I feel
like it was kind of like a divine timing. Not to get too heady or spiritual, but
no, it's fine, dude. I mean, I read Joe Dispenza and meditate and all the shit. Like Sarah and I are into that. So it's like,
love that.
I get it. Like when the timing's right, the timing's right. And also universe, God won't save us. We also got to take action, right? That's the other half of it. It's like we can surrender, but we also got to take action.
Yeah, I know. I talk to so many
people who are all just about like the positive thinking, and I'm just like, no, you have to take action too. Like
you can't meditate your way to a bag of cash. It's just not how it works. Yeah. Well, man, I mean, that's really cool. I'm glad that you have that self-awareness. Clearly, you're super articulate. I think based on what you're saying, like what we do would be really supportive for you. Just because it sounds like you've got the creativity within you. Like, obviously, it seems like the missing link here is maybe a little bit more around the kind of like the actual freelance skills, the business skills.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry, I just cut you.
Or like the entrepreneurial skills of how to actually like promote yourself and build a business, build a brand, so that you can not only build your brand as a copywriter and earn from that, but also transfer that into whatever other freelance work that you do and build your brand, musician, because that marketing is marketing. Like it transfers everywhere once you understand it.
Absolutely. And that's kind of like
what I said earlier. I've been struggling for 2 years trying to get this freelance business going, where it's like I feel like I have the skills to work with someone, but yeah, it's just that marketing myself and doing all that stuff, it just seems like a very uphill battle, but I'm starting to realize I think that's the first gate of getting out of my comfort zone.
Awesome, man. That's exciting. So you're ready for that.
It's scary, but it's exciting, but I'm here. So
yeah. Well, dude, I mean, with your permission, man, I can walk you through exactly how we would help you with all of that, right? And how we would coach you, train you, support you, so that you'd have a clear path here to get this rocket and rolling. So not only are you leveraging your creativity, those gifts that you have, but also doing something, I think you mentioned, more gratifying, right?
Yeah.
And making sure that you have that freedom and flexibility to pour back into the original why of why you even went to LA in the first place, which is to use those skills.
Of course.
And not just be making someone else rich, but to really use your gifts and make sure that you're taken care of.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what that looks like, right, is it's a year-long program. And as far as the support, there's 3 areas of focus that we'd want to dive into with you. The first pillar would really be building a business owner mindset, like a freelance mindset. Because how you mentioned that idea of like the comfort zone, right? That is super normal. Everyone I've ever worked with, like they all have it to some extent, right? And there's 2 identities we can take. The identity that feels the comfort zone and like lets it dictate us, or we feel the comfort zone and we push through because we know our vision is worth it. Right. So I really would want to start there with helping you build a little bit of that self-worth, helping you build that kind of confidence, that belief in yourself, because that foundation internally is what's going to set us up for everything externally. Just like if you're into the woo-woo, the spiritual, like it all starts here. Right. Do I sound totally crazy saying that, or is that right?
No, I'm right there with you.
Okay. So we start with the mindset work first, really helping you get clear on your values, on your goals, and coming from that heart-centered place that is like, this is actually aligned with my values, not just a job, but something that you can enjoy. Once we get through like the mindset work, then we move into your writing skills, more of the creative side. And that's going to be like giving you tons of practice assignments and having you submit your writing to my editing team so we can get hands-on, give you feedback and say, hey, here's what's working well, here's what's not, and just help you grow so that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt the work that you're putting out in the world is legit and worth being paid for.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not like going through like the self-worth what ifs of like, is this good enough? Am I good enough? Like all of that kind of uncertainty. We can just have like a objective third party be like, dude, it's good. You're good. You're fine. Right. I get it. We've all had the same thing. The imposter syndrome is real for almost every successful person I know. So welcome to the club. And at that point, we've gone through mindset, really worked on getting your writing up to speed. And the last area is those business skills. How do we actually promote you? How do we find these first few writing clients, negotiate contracts, all those kind of like nitty gritty business skills of like setting up the bank accounts, the marketing, all the stuff we're not taught in school, basically.
No, I wasn't taught anything. I
Me
mean, I
either.
don't know about you. Yeah, it took me until college.
To actually get into like an intro to finance course, and it was
Was pretty rough.
Yeah, all those things that we're basically not taught, making sure that we fill those gaps so that you can have a consistent, predictable business that you can actually rely on, have some sustainability and consistency to act as that kind of that foundation for you to build this kind of 2.0 Ben.
Yeah.
You know, and the ways that we actually work with you, like to support those areas, is there's an online course that's go at your own pace. That's like 80 lessons from Sarah, and each one's just a video followed by a step-by-step workbook. So it's all laid out. There's actual coaching twice a week for a year. So those are live video calls that you can hop in and ask questions, get mentorship from my top writers who are doing 15, 20K plus a month. Now, I know that's not necessarily where you said you wanted to be, but they're going to be able to help you get to that 4K and beyond because they've made that kind of mountain climb, right? They'll be able to give you the honest feedback and get you there. Those calls each week are, one is like a creative call and the other one's like a business call, right? So the creative call is like looking at writing, helping you on the creative side of it. And the other one's literally making sure that you're landing clients ASAP. Okay.
Yeah.
And the last tangible way we'd support you is the community. Sarah runs a Q&A call. So that's the third call that we have every single week. And that's lifetime access. So as long as you need to keep hopping back, getting support, hop in, pick her brain, she's there. As well as the community itself of like creatives, like you can drop questions in there and like we all kind of collaborate and work with each other. That way, like if you're stuck, I don't want you to like wait for a live call. If you have something that's more, I guess, immediate, you can either email us directly or drop a question in the community and just like get the clarity that you're looking for on a more timely manner. You know, I'd say usually within a day. That way you can at least keep your momentum rolling. Just checking in with you though. How does that all kind of feel so far?
It sounds great. Honestly,
Yeah.
It's nice to have that kind of support system. And yeah.
Okay. For sure. I'm with you. I mean, that support is huge. You feel like that can actually get you from where you're at though to where you want to go? Because that's probably the most important thing.
I think so. I think it just
comes down to me utilizing it. You know, I've made the mistake in the past of, you know, taking a course for something and probably not, you know, thinking I can do it more kind of on my own, but then I have to be like, no, these resources are here for a reason, you know. And, yeah, I think so.
And do you feel like there's anything holding you back from really utilizing it? You know, do you feel like you're capable of stepping into that with the window you have right now, with the way things are lined? Like, or do you feel like there's just...
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
I feel like this is the window that I've been kind of waiting for. And because I was, you know, kind of talking myself out of that job for like months. I'm just like, I'm done here. And then when it happens, I'm just like, okay, here we are.
so,
Yeah, you got to use that momentum and actually build off of it, right? Because we only get so many of those windows in a lifetime.
exactly.
And again, going back to the whole fear aspect of, you know, not wanting to feel this way in 5 years, 10 years.
That
Enough is that hungry lion, kind of like you said.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
It's like game time, man. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to assume anything. Would you like to explore the next steps from here?
sure.
Okay, for sure. Because I think you'd crush it. All I need you to do is show up, be consistent, and if you're stuck, raise your hand. Right? That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Like, it's like school. If you're stuck, like, as long as you raise your hand, we will help you. We will push you across the line, but you also got to show up for yourself. Like, I always say 49%, 51%, 51% you, 49% us. Like, we can't want it more than you, but we'll meet you right in the middle. Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, cool. So as far as what it looks like to get you on that path to that extra like 60K a year, 50, 60K a year, it's just 5,800 for everything. That's the entire year of like mentorship, coaching. There's no second investment or second program. Like, that is 100% all in. From there, I'd get you access to the team, the coaching, the resources, lay out homework for you. So we'd have a clear game plan. Yeah, man. And we'd get to work, roll up our sleeves. But I mean, does that sound fair enough, or how would you like to proceed?
Yeah, I would have to make a call
to get the money things situated, which I would be able to, but
That's not a.
So
not
you said it's
a year program, but you said it's relatively self-paced, or how does that?
Yeah. So you have the course for lifetime access that's self-paced. This isn't like college where I need you to get through the whole textbook. It's more like, I want you to get the relevant lessons so that you can earn.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Go apply it. And once you apply it and you try it, then you might want to come back and study more. But we kind of study, earn, kind of a balance. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. The coaching, the actual hands-on mentorship is for a year.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that way you're supported. Yeah, that's no worries, man. I mean, the money aside, like, you feel like this is the right next step for you, though?
I think so.
I think so. I'm struggling to find anything else that kind of resonates with me. And yeah, I mean, just the fact that you mentioned you, Sarah, are into like meditation and like Joe Dispenza, and stuff like that. I've just been looking at other options, stuff that's more tech based, which is so like not me, but I was just like, maybe
like personality type. Yeah.
I feel like that's just
way more. I don't know. I don't see people in that world being as kind of tuned into that heart space kind of thing.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Or I got Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself over there. I'm not sure if you read that one, but it's a good book from Joe. Well, it sounds like, so money aside, sounds like this is what you want to do. Like, this is your goal to step into that 2.0 Ben. Is there the money, other than the money, do you feel like there's anything else that would hold you back?
I think it would just have to be me confronting past versions of myself that would kind of want to stay in that comfort zone,
Something might come up where
I might get overwhelmed, especially something on like the more business end of things.
Yeah.
Historically.
That's kind of made me want to, put my hand back down,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That version.
Yeah, I think it's all just being
aware of that at this point and just kind of powering through that. So that's my biggest reservation, is getting up against something where I'm stepping into like a old pattern of thinking,
it's not if, it's when, and then as a team working through it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's normal. Like, if you didn't have those, then we probably wouldn't even be on the call. Right? Like, you would have broke through it. That's why we're here, is to break through that as a team, to make sure that you get the support. So that way, 10 years from now, you're not wondering what if. Right. That you continue to dive within, learn the internal skills and the external skills needed to really grow. So then the question is like, do you feel it's worth it for you to step into that new identity and to become that Ben 2.0 and to break that mold? Absolutely. Okay. Because I'm with you. I'll push, I'll support, and be in your corner, and you'll have Sarah too. But like, you got to show up for you as well, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I mean, I guess the next logical step from here is just like, as far as funding, what is that? I guess what's kind of the current situation when you said you have to reach out to somebody? Is it like a savings checkings transfer? What are the next steps?
Yeah, so we can, we'll just call it that.
Okay. We'll kind of keep it. Yeah. You don't have to disclose your whole life. So in that case, what do you have available maybe as a down payment then, if you have to do a transfer like that, or whatever you need to do on the back end, just so we could at least get you going, and then you could handle your transfer?
Yeah, I mean, I could
do. I mean, what did you say it was, like 58 or something like that?
Yeah, it's $5,800.
Yeah,
total.
I mean,
it could be paid in full. I would just have to make a call and kind of situate that transfer. But yeah, that's like totally doable.
Okay. Okay. For sure. That's not a problem at all, man. And then as far as like cash on hand, what do you have available maybe as a down payment? That way I can at least get you access while you do that transfer, and then we can at least get you going.
It's a good question. I mean, I'm like I said, I could do the whole down payment in just one.
It might not be like
Today.
That's okay. That's totally fine.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Bear with me just a second here. Let me pull up my calendar. You're PST, right? Pacific?
yes.
Cool. Yeah, I used to live in Mar Vista, so I'm sure you
Okay.
probably.
I know it.
Yeah. How long would it take for you to, like, I guess, acquire the funds?
Within the week.
I'm sure.
Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Is that just like tied back to like bud tending? Like you have connections, or like, I guess just
No.
If I have to be more open, I've got some inheritance through family.
Okay.
see if I could help you, because there's different ways I've seen people get it. I just want to make sure I could even support you.
Sure. No.
It just, I basically just have to call family and just be like, hey, I'd like to check this out for
Dude, what a blessing, bro. Not everyone has support.
Yeah, I mean it's
and then for stuff like this, it's not like play money,
like education.
Yeah, stuff that's
Okay, and that's super common. We've seen a bunch of those before.
big life things.
House education, stuff like that.
Okay, well, dude, no rush in that case. That's fine.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being real, just to see if I can actually help.
No, sure. Sorry for being cryptic.
Yeah, I do apologize. I was just confused. Well, in that case, man, I mean, we could put something maybe for Friday. I don't know. Worst case, if it takes longer to transfer. So it sounds like basically it's some sort of account they're going to transfer you. Do you have access to credit? Would you want to just do it on credit and then once they pay you, or is it has to be debit, just to see if I could help?
The credit thing, I've been also dealing with a bit of credit debt that I've been trying to fight as well as live off savings. It's kind of a messy situation. I mean, I'm doing fine, but for that amount on credit, for me personally right now,
Would not be reasonable.
Yes.
I'd rather just do a debit.
Okay. Because I think that's huge that they would support you. I guess it's like one of those things where, do you know how much credit you have available? Maybe we just do a smaller down payment, then you can get access, get you started, and then when they get the rest transferred, that we could do it. That way we can at least get you studying.
Yeah.
Honestly, right now I'm trying to be really careful with the credits, especially not having really a lot of income coming in right now.
Okay, so it's just kind of like tapped out.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, there's some space, but
even
for like half of that, I would be kind of.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying even half of it. I mean, like a smaller down payment, like just something to say, hey, I'm in.
Yeah.
So that way you kind of, because here's the reason I ask, is because it's good that you have the support of someone else. That's huge. But also, like, whose responsibility is it to really change your situation at the end of the day?
Well, mine. Yeah.
Right. So if it's your responsibility, can I empower you enough to take a baby step from your domain, right? From your control, 100%. If they support you, they get you the rest, hell yeah. But at least you know that you're taking full control no matter what, not depending on someone else. Because that's epic that you have that, but I also want to empower that new identity to come through.
No, totally. I'm just not trying
to put myself in a bad situation, especially when income right now is.
Yeah. So you feel like that would put you like back against the wall, like you don't have anything set aside, or how do you feel? Because the other side is, I don't want you to be like, hey, if you're not going to eat, we've got an issue.
Yeah.
But if it's just a case where you're going to get yourself a little uncomfortable, that's like the comfort zone, right?
Right. Yeah.
What would be like the minimum down payment you would be able to?
Like $1,600, like a quarter.
That could be doable. Yeah.
You want to rock and roll? We get out of the comfort zone. We'll take the leap together. And then when they fund you the rest, dude, just pay off your credit card or whatever that is. And then we'll just send you a link to pay the rest. It's no big deal. But at least we can like for you, for Ben, get you going, dude, on your own terms, bro.
Yeah.
I want to support you. I really do.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've been through that because my parents were supportive too. And my family is supportive, but like that transition is scary, dude.
Yeah.
Could we still push for like Friday for even that small down payment? Is that okay? I mean, I know it's probably somewhat time sensitive because I'm sure you've got other students that are itching.
It's not so much a case of like that's good insight. It's not so much a case of like the time. I guess how much credit do you have available though? Is it a case where like that would max out your card? Because if that's the case, it's probably not smart.
It wouldn't max it out.
No, I'm just trying to
be very careful with it, especially having
not crazy debt, but enough that would make someone go, oh, you should probably.
Yeah. Can I share a perspective though?
Sure.
Okay. So like, because I was in deep debt at the beginning of the pandemic, dude. I was living on my aunt's couch in Mar Vista, like dead broke on unemployment. And like the debt is like debt is always like a symptom of a bigger problem. It's the repercussion, it's the impact of the problem. And the problem is that your income isn't high enough.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm encouraging you here is because that debt is to get you a skill so we can get your income up and actually solve the root problem as a team, which is getting your income up so that you can knock down the debt and have a huge shovel to actually pull yourself out of the hole.
Yeah.
Because if you push it off, I'm not saying you will, it's ultimately your choice, but if you did, and then you end up either having to go back to a 9-to-5 or one of these kind of dead end jobs, like how do you think that's going to look for your finances and your future moving forward if you never actually take that first step?
Right. Yeah. No, yeah.
You're totally right.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah, for sure.
It's this conundrum, right? Where like, hey, I want to make more money, but it costs money to make more money. It's fucking scary.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's definitely kind of what I'm
Dude, that's the fear, right? Because the other side of this is if you let that fear hold you back from really going for it, and we stay in the same state that you've used for the last 5-10 years, like what are you going to miss out on moving forward? You mentioned having a family,
right?
So it's just like for you to become that provider, that 2.0 version of yourself, like what kind of decisions do you feel like you need to make? Like what needs to shift?
Well, definitely getting out of that.
So yeah. No, I'm right there with you, man. I think I'm just kind of struggling in like real time with like old.
It's okay.
That's
normal
stuff.
That's normal.
Yeah.
That part is totally okay.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to feel that. Your feelings, brother, are completely valid. Now the real question becomes is who do you want to be? Do you want to be the kind of guy who steps through it and really gets to his goals, breaks the pattern, or do you want to step back and go exactly where you came from, which is why you booked the call in the first place, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Definitely stepping through.
Okay. You sure? Because you don't have to. Like I won't make you. No one will.
No, trust me, man.
I definitely want to.
Okay.
Sure.
Sweet. So let's get you racking, man. If you get in and you say this is the worst thing, I hate it, you could always, I guess leave and quit, but at least like give yourself a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
To break this pattern, man. And you and I can set a follow-up call, check in with you, see how you're moving along in a few days, make sure that you're actually getting some quick wins. That way, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, like we can have a totally different conversation, bro.
For sure.
And that's the reason Sarah put me here is because I was in that seat 4 years ago, dead broke and Mar Vista on my aunt's couch crying and depressed because I couldn't even pay for shit. And I went from doing $2K a month to 5, 10, 15, and then hitting my first $24,000 a month a few years later. And that was life-changing, dude. And I don't say that to brag. I didn't think I could do it at the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
But there was a part of me that knew there was more. And there was a part of me that was also scared.
For sure. Yeah.
It's our choice which part we want to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm ready to push through, man. So.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I could probably do that smaller chunk just as a down payment, just to get started, and then figure out the rest pretty.
Yeah, dude. At least for you to put that line in the sand, man. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Proud of you, dude. That takes courage.
Thank you.
Takes a lot of guts, and we're gonna get you some homework. We're gonna get you rocking, connect you to the team, and we can actually get to work. It's kind of like skydiving. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. I promise. Have you ever gone skydiving before?
Not yet. No, but
I went there, just haven't found the time.
Yeah. Here, man. I guess what kind of card would you want to do that on?
what's that?
What kind of
Card would how would you want to do that as far as the
Just credit.
credit? Okay.
cool. I'll drop you a link. Let me know if that goes through okay on your end.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, yeah, dude, we get you rocking.
Let me see. The link just went away.
I can reset it. I think Google Meet just has a little time pop up. It's kind of weird. And then we can get you some homework so you can actually start studying. Yeah.
Get you a clear path, focus, support. Whole team around you, dude. You got an army. I'm just one.
All right.
Yeah, man, I don't mean to be stepping, kind of wavering, because I definitely want to make the change.
What comes up for you, bud?
Can I hold on to this link just for the afternoon and then get to it in an hour or so? Just really think about it. I mean, I'm not trying to
Yeah, man. Can I ask? In your own opinion, before you do go and think about it, do you feel like what we have here can really get you to your goals? Yes or no?
I certainly hope so.
You don't sound so sure. So is there any reason why you feel like you just wouldn't actually have success and that you would just be the one unlucky student who really just doesn't do the work and bombs out? Or
Again, I think I'm just kind of running into old patterns, just kind of real time I'm just saying here.
yeah, no, and it's normal. Just so you know, this isn't unusual.
Yeah.
It's totally normal. Real question is how important is it for you to actually step through that?
No, very.
Because honestly, man, you could delay, but it's that same rationalization of pushing it off this much that leads to another 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. So we can either push through as a team and really get uncomfortable, or we can go exactly back to that same state that's kept you in a place where you're working dead end jobs that you don't feel are fulfilling and you're not actually using the creativity that you're meant to give to the world.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to step up and go for it? Or do you want to stay exactly where you're at?
Definitely stepping up.
Okay. You sure?
I am sure.
Okay. So let's get you rocking. This is the hardest part, my friend.
Yeah.
This right here is where you get through the nerves. You have encouragement. You have a team to guide you. All you got to do, buddy, is show up. And if you got into this and you said, Mason, I hate you. I hate your face. This was the worst decision I ever made. Just refund. But at least you know that you tried for yourself rather than just wondering what if, dude.
Is that an option?
Yeah, if you really got in and you said this was the worst idea I've ever made, but also don't use that as a crutch, because you also got to commit.
But
You also got to commit to yourself, but know that I'm here to help you, not to hurt you. But also you got to back yourself, buddy.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, I've got this week right here, and I'm willing to do it.
I guess, and this is nothing. I'm just being honest. This has nothing to do with you.
No, I don't. I know. I know it doesn't, because I've been doing this for years.
At all. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me. You're right. But I do care about what you're saying. And you say, what I'm hearing you say is that your goals are to actually be that kind of guy who can have stability, who can have a family. And with all due respect, man, if 1,600 is the only thing and that's what's going to hold you back, I don't know if that level's for you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just not.
am I cool to?
Would it just take like a link and get back to you like an hour or so? Is that okay? I mean, it's a completely valid option. Like it's your life. But I would ask in that hour, what is it that you actually want to think about or go over in your mind, just to see if I can help?
I don't know, just put a little bit more thought into. I discovered this yesterday. It's been less than 48 hours since I really, and I watched the whole master class and everything. So, it all looks great. But, I guess there's part of me that really wants to check in a little more with myself. And, again, I'm definitely willing to.
Dude, I totally hear you, man. So like just it's okay. Like do what you need to do. I guess just curious, do you feel like with where you're at right now, are you 100% happy with just where you're at, the results that you're getting currently?
No.
Okay. And do you feel like our mindset, the way that we look at the world, do you feel like that affects our decision making?
Oh, yeah, it's everything.
Okay. So if you keep using that same mindset that got you to a point where you're deep in debt 10 years in, still haven't gotten you where you want to be. If you use that same decision making process here, what do you feel that's going to look like moving forward?
Yeah.
What would it actually look like though? Like paint me a picture.
If I go back into those old patterns, you mean?
Yeah, because that's what we're actually looking at right here. It's not even about the money, it's about the patterns.
Yeah.
Like I don't need your money, but I do care about you actually breaking the chains of that. Yeah. So if you keep using that pattern moving forward, like what does life look like for Ben the next two months, 2 years, 10 years?
Yeah.
Like put the program aside, dude. I don't need your money, but I'm genuinely asking, if you don't make a change and really commit to yourself in a big way, what's it going to look like, man?
The same thing, probably me looking for courses and stuff to get me out of a 9 to 5.
Okay. So what do you think you need to do to actually change your situation? And it's probably not just going and thinking about it and wondering what if.
Yeah.
In real.
No, I totally
understand you, man.
But do you feel that though? Because it's okay. I mean, if you hear me, but like it could just be hot air coming from me that you think is trash or just, like random.
No, not at all, man.
I totally resonate with it. Again, I'm just kind of hitting up against that same wall again.
Yeah, that's okay. That wall is going to be there, right? That version of you who has a family, who has kids, who has his own place, right? Who's actually stable financially. If you were to actually tap into that identity, that energy level, that version of you, like I know you're into the spirituality, so connecting to that future self now. Like breathe into it for a second. I know you mentioned time, so connect to it for a second. Like actually connect with it. Take a second. I'm with you. Let your heart rate slow down. Let your body slow down for a second. Just pause. What do you think he would do? The highest version of Ben. Knowing that if you got into this and it's wrong, you could just back out and refund. It's whatever. Would he back himself and go for it and try something new to change his life?
Yeah.
Or would? Are you okay? Why do you feel like he would?
Again, just going back to that
feeling of not wanting to feel that way, and X amount of years. So. Okay.
Buddy, let's get you out of your own way. Like, as a team, I'm with you. Like, we're gonna jump off this cliff together. We got arm in arm. The difference is there's people to catch you and to support you. And I know you mentioned there's all these fears and there's the things that come up, and that's normal. But this could either be a call where you really do change your life. And this is something I've been training for years, to be in these moments with people because I've been in it myself. Or it could be a call where you just go back to doing the same exact patterns that have got you here in the first place. But do you want our help? And do you want help?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So I'm going to be in your corner. And you're going to be fucking stuck with me, dude. And it's going to be scary at points as we climb this mountain as a team. That's okay.
Oh, man.
I have a lot of respect for you, dude. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're even in this space right here energetically takes so much courage. And you'd be surprised how many people get to this point. And this is called the upper limit, is what you're experiencing right here. There's an upper limit of what we think we're worth, what we can believe in ourselves about, what we see ourselves as. And we either push through that and break that glass ceiling that's held us stuck for years, or the cycle just becomes a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
So take a second and breathe, dude. Like, seriously, connect. Belly breath. Don't forget to breathe. Do you want to change your life?
Yeah, the answer is yes, man.
Again, I guess just if I'm being honest, the answer is yes. I resonate with everything that you're saying for sure.
Yeah, dude. And you don't have to do it. Is it a case where, let's just say hypothetically, they give you all the money, 5,800? Is that a case where you're 100% all in? You're just scared of spending your own money, or is it really just be real with me? Just a fear of spending on yourself and deflecting? What actually comes up for you? Just to see if I can help, man.
No, I think it's just.
Either one's okay. I'm neutral, dude. I've been through so much shit in my life. I have so much compassion for you. It's crazy.
I appreciate that, man.
I think I would just feel more comfortable with, taking just a breather kind of on my own. And yet again, I appreciate everything that you're saying and your support. I feel that 100%. Yeah. I think I would just like to, again, for me, it's as simple as just taking a walk or sitting and doing a little extra meditation,
Yeah, dude, but it's all just excuses. And I don't mean to be combative by any means. I just mean that, that you're not going to meditate your way to a better future. And we chatted about that already.
No,
right? And I know that what you're saying, what I'm hearing you say, bro, is that there's a feeling of discomfort of actually backing yourself. Does that sound about right?
It's not so much
backing myself. It's more feeling like I have to commit in this moment,
The fears of committing is the fears of committing.
in this moment, right?
Here, I mean, I'm totally happy to have the link and, pay it at my leisure,
Yeah, dude, I don't really care about the money. I care about the commitment, like you mentioned. Like that's the most important thing. Like for Ben, you feel like you're committed to really make the change.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, let's take a leap then, huh? There we go.
Get you some homework, man. The email I have is, let me make sure I actually have the right contact for you. The brtaylor826@gmail.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, cool. So I will send you logins. And then phone number 262-957-7941. Is that good?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, perfect.
Now, just to reiterate, just because I don't see it on here, and again, I'm not trying to go back into excuse or fear or whatever. This is just for practical reasons.
This is a recorded call.
Okay.
Yeah, it's recorded right there.
How many days did you say? Sorry.
I missed that.
You have 14 days to come in and actually try. Yeah. So that's not to say you're going to be a millionaire in 14 days, bud, because you're not. But that's for you to actually see that you're getting help and you're getting mentorship, to know that you're backed, and to see that, like, because the other side, you'll never know until you try if it's actually the right fit.
Yeah.
It's just like a test drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're doing it on credit as well. So just for your own awareness, if someone ever was to take money from you on the internet and it's on credit, you're protected. If you do it on debit, it's no bueno.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I've been through my fair share of shit on the internet, so I just figured I'd let you know that.
Yeah. And for monthly payments, is that like an automatic?
Yeah, if you proceed, there's two ways. It's either 4 months of $1,600, or you have within 30 days of today just to do the rest in full.
Okay.
Which honors the 5,800, which gives you a little bit of a discount. So if you wanted to be able to get funds from family or however, you have multiple options there.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's all very good to know.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate your patience, man. I'm dealing with this.
I'm in your corner, bro. Like, this is normal for me. This is like a day in the life.
All right. I think everything is good to go.
I'll just confirm on my end, and then I will send you some homework.
All right. Looks good on my end.
Give me 1 sec, man. I'm just going to load this. So if you pull up your email for me, I'm going to send you a couple things here so you can get you rocking. You still breathing?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Proud of you, dude. I know it takes guts. It was literally the scariest thing I ever did back when I was in LA. I dropped 8K in full on a mentor, and I basically had a panic attack for a week. It was really fun. But the other side of that was actually creating freedom, dude, creating abundance. And like, I see that for you 100%, bro. So proud of you, man. I'm going to send over some homework so we can get you an outline and get to work. Sound good?
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, dude. In your corner, bro. I'll get you my number too, in case you don't have it already.
Go ahead and just create
This account right here popped up after the.
Go ahead, actually ignore that page for me real quick.
Okay, I almost pressed.
I'm bad at multitasking, so I'll be quiet for like 10, 15 seconds here while I'm pulling up the next steps for you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Being a dude, I don't multitask well. If you go to your email for me. You should have the receipt first off. Did that go through okay?
Got that.
Okay. And then I'm going to send over your welcome email. It's coming through right now. So, welcome to Write Your Way to Freedom. Takes a second. So it should go through right now.
Might take a second.
No worries. Sometimes the tech universe gets a little clogged up.
Make sure
Takes a sec.
Yeah.
I don't think it would.
To the BR Taylor 826.
There we go.
Cool. So in that, there should be a big link that says accept invitation.
Yep.
Awesome. So you'll click that guy and then it'll have you start filling out some basic info. So let's get that done here really quick so I can at least get you access.
That came up after the.
What's that?
So I can just close out the tab because I got a tab after
the first page after you made the purchase, there was like a little fill out form. You can close that page.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And instead you'll just click the accept invitation in the email I sent over. Yeah, I gotta ask Sarah to. I don't know. I think you can fill that out, but it's not necessary anymore. I gotta tell her to update that.
All right. Signed up.
Cool. It'll ask you at some point for as you fill it out, it'll ask for like a headline and a bio. Let me know when you get to that page.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Okay. So all you need to fill out on that page today is just your name, and then you can scroll down and hit skip or next step.
Okay. Cool. It's like a big homepage here.
Mm-hmm. So on the left, you'll see, well, first off, you should see a photo of some of our writers. And then below that, there's a video of Sarah. And below that, there should be 10 steps to get you started.
Yep.
Cool. So you can see those. Okay. I'd say get through those 10. It'll take you like half an hour, nothing too crazy. That'll give you a tour around the community. That homepage you're looking at here, as you start to learn how to navigate it, has everything. It has our course, has access to the live mentorship calls. You can hop on, you can message us there. Like it's kind of an all-in-one inclusive platform. You can DM us, like it's all there. I also want to make sure you have my number in case any questions come up. I do believe I texted you before. Let me see.
That was the direct number the other day.
Yeah, let me send you a text here so you can save my name.
858-465.
Yeah, San Diego area code.
Cool. I'll just add you right here, so no worries.
Perfect, man. Yeah, so I'd say add me there. And then if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You excited?
I am.
I know. What are you most excited for, though?
Freedom, man.
Let's fucking go. Proud of you.
And just getting through those hurdles of,
It's totally normal, dude.
The comfort zone, as we've talked about.
It's like literally, it's completely normal. Like that was, it's just like we're in this age where we used to be cavemen and we used to have like lions and shit attack us. And now we don't have that, but we feel the same fear with things that actually aren't as risky. And it's like that innate programming we have within us. And it's normal. But like the most successful people I see, it's like a muscle they condition. And like you just did your first set at the gym right here today. And I'm proud of you. This is like day one of PT, right? Like you got your first set of curls in of getting through fear. And it ends up becoming a muscle that becomes more normal. This first one, fucking hardest one, guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed the hardest one. Like from here, we can just get to work and actually do it. It's downhill. We just got to go do the consistent work.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Proud of you. Go go have a drink or whatever you want to do to celebrate for yourself. I don't know what's best
barely
for you.
drink actually, but
I'm just joking. A celebration. I'm actually been sober like 4 or 5 years without any alcohol.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
Congrats.
dude. Does
that's
not serve me.
Yeah, no.
Some breath work, maybe some meditation.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Slow it down a little bit, connect to your higher self, and you're going to feel some nerves throughout the next few days.
Yeah. I got it.
Like the universe brings us the right people at the right time, you know? And like, I had to be real with you, dude. Like the story I was saying, I had a call like this with a mentor 4 years ago. And if I had not had someone challenge me, like I just challenged you to be real, to move forward, I don't know where I'd be right now.
Yeah.
Which is why I do this. Cause like I went from 2K a month, dead broke. I was in chronic pain, had a ton of health issues, to hitting 6 figures a year for 3 years in a row now. And that was life changing for me, dude. Like I have a partner, we're living together in San Diego, and like, I want that for other people, but I know what it takes first is that first step.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's normal. So I'm here, dude. I'm in your corner. You got a whole team behind you. I'd say dive into that homework. Do me a favor, shoot me a text when you get through those first 10 steps. Is that cool?
Yeah, totally, man.
Okay. Just so I know that you're able to get through. Okay. And then I'll check in on you tomorrow via text and see where you're at. Okay.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Have a beautiful evening. Congrats.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping.